Kneeling Series has several movements. Stephanie here has a prop under her knee, and if you have any different limb lengths, that's a great way to adjust so that you have a squared off pelvis for happy hips and low back. We're gonna start with our knees together in this kneeling position, and we're gonna go for an overhead rock. In the overhead rock, you want the ball pretty far away from you. This is gonna create a lot of demand on your core. So I wanna think about length through my spine, and I'm gonna rock back and forth. So I'm breathing into my core, thinking of a suspension cable from my tailbone out through the top of my head, and small rock forward and back. I don't want to put too much weight on the ball because I don't want to put too much pressure on my shoulders. From the overhead rock, we're going to sit all the way back, but as close to your heels as you can get, and then you're going to walk your arms shoulder width up to the top of the ball. And we're gonna just try to lift our shoulder blades. So we're trying to let them glide up and down on the back of the rib cage. You might not have a ton of range of motion in this right away, but stay with it because as you start liberating those shoulder blades, they will start moving on your rib cage a lot more than they used to. After you've done some of the lift, we're gonna add a twist from that lifted up position. And you're gonna try to show your armpit and your rib cage up towards the ceiling. You're pushing your butt back and down so that you have that leverage through the ribs here. And then you can add a reach for an extra twist here. So you're taking your bottom arm across your thighs and actively reaching through your fingertips of both hands. This feels like the most crazy opening down your side that you've probably ever felt. It's amazing. And if you have someone around that can help, they can actually add to this stretch by giving you a reach through this top arm and also a reach into this bottom arm, just to really increase that length and that stretch. The last move in this series is going to be the wave. This is very advanced spinal movement, but once you've gotten segmental cat-cow, you can start really working into using your core and getting even more mobility through your spine. So we're gonna start with the chest as low to the thighs as we can and start arching our way through. When your hips are stacked on top of your knees, you're gonna tuck from the tailbone, using those abs to round and pulling up through that upper back as you sit back with the ball. As you're doing these, you wanna make sure that you don't have any shoulder injuries that would feel uncomfortable in this position, because this is a lot of arch with the hands up on the ball. You also wanna keep holding yourself through your abs and thinking of pulling that air and abdominals up into your spine as you're rounding and sitting back. This is our kneeling series.